So
listen.
go
So you don't
tell.
know.
So
So
go
you don't
tell the
know. So
uppers.
okay. So you giving me the answer that you guys aren't signing up now. Period.
Go tell the uppers. Go tell Turkey that since Brian Norman won't sign up on July well, I don't even know what the day is. Since Brian Norman won't sign up to on whatever the day is, I want you to go ahead and tell Turkey. Say, listen, they want to start August the first, even though y'all paying for 8 weeks. We want them to do extra testing. They refusing to go by out what we say. Go tell Turkey that you pulling out of the fight because we refuse to do the extra that you say you want to do.
Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. is currently in jeopardy due to some very petty disputes. So right now, the current situation stands at Bill Haney demanding right now that Brian Norman start taking the test, the drug testing, and on the other hand, we have Brian Norman Sr. saying that we shouldn't even take the test until August 1st, like it says in the contract. And they're kind of at a standstill, butting heads, but Bill Haney took it a step further to the point where it's looking like they're going to call out of the fight if they don't demand or if they don't start taking the test right now, which is all just retarded. Like, whatever they're going through is just completely retarded. I'm on the Brian Norman side of things, where he's saying that they're just looking for a reason to pull out of the fight. They don't actually want to take this risk or take this chance at 147 against a huge power puncher, pretty talented guy. Despite all of the talk of saying he hasn't fought anyone, he hasn't got any real names on his resume. Not that that isn't true compared to Devin Haney's resume, which is a stacked list of names. But as it stands right now, this fight is in limbo and a strong chance of dying. Just from pettiness of not wanting to, I guess, stick to the contract on both ends, where it's not necessarily like anything wrong with doing the drug testing now, but I think the problem becomes of they have to sign their hotels, they have to sign where they're going to be, where they're training, their training times, where they're living, so VADA can come anytime and do their testing. And also, this was brought into question that it's VADA testing that they're doing for this fight. And the whole thing is, Devin Haney is with Victor Conte. Victor Conte has admitted himself that he set up VADA testing, that not he's involved or he's controlling it, but he brought the people together to make that thing a thing. So that's kind of Victor's whole contract, whole company. And he also admitted, Victor himself, that he can circumvent the testing. That's his own words, that he can circumvent around the testing and get through with drugs and have his fighters not pop. Because it was a strange situation, if we're going back to the Ryan Garcia situation, where that VADA and Victor Conte relationship was brought into question. It was strange that Devin Haney's little brother is talking about, I had a dream that Ryan Garcia was going to pop. Devin Haney, the next day that Ryan gets popped, goes on ESPN and exposes that, or talks about the drug getting in his system or whatever. Ryan Garcia is saying that they contaminated his piss or whatever, and there's just a lot of questions around Victor Conte and VADA. And Brian Norman is now questioning that about that relationship that Devin Haney has with like Victor Conte and Vada, that whole debacle. And so we might not get this fight. We might just end up with Devin Haney pulling out, which will make them look sissified. Like, everything is going to point to them like finding a reason not to fight Brian Norman, just because the magnitude of this fight being so high. Everything would simply point to them not wanting to fight or take this risk or take this chance, and choosing to duck Brian Norman Jr. if they pull out. So I don't know. I don't see why they can't stop like bitching and just wait till the 2 months is done, and then there's 2 months for the fight to happen in November. I don't see why they're trying to do all of this extra shit, because I guess on the other hand you have the reason of why can't Brian Norman take the test now while he's on vacation. But it's just all pettiness. There's no reason for them not to fight. There's no reason for all of this debate and dispute. It's just all bullshit. So that's the Brian Norman Devin Haney situation at this current point in time. We'll see what comes out of this. Hopefully they just stop bitching, fight. There's no need for any of this, but we'll see.